Welcome to episode 532 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. We got Johnny. What's going on?
What's up? I'm done eating my meat stick.
Nice crawler. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, Carl? Coming at you.
Yo, we just got done watching the Game Awards. Before we get started, guys, remember these streams are powered by Elgato, n64josh.com/Elgato. And the product I will highlight tonight is the Stream Deck. If you want to take control of your setup like never before, check out the Stream Deck. They got multiple sizes. They got the Stream Deck Plus, all kinds of cool stuff they can do. So go and check them out. n64josh.com/Elgato. Use code N64Josh at checkout. Nady Nay is here. What's going on? Welcome. Johnny, before we go any further, where can people connect with you?
I'm Johnny Bo everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
And Crawler.
Best spots are TikTok and Twitter. Nightcrawler724. Nightcrawlers without the E.
All right. Well, Game Awards. Game Awards just got done. Johnny, I'll let you kick it off. You said it was the best thing you've ever watched, and you can't wait till next year. You're already counting down the days.
I don't know. I always forget about like what games they show after a while. Especially I'm not big into a lot of like the sci-fi shooter stuff, which is pretty much all it is now. There were some things that I am looking forward to, like Mega Man 12 is going to be really cool. Resident Evil 9 looks really good. I'm excited for that. We got to see some Leon. And even that the last thing they showed, I forget what that was called, but from the creators of Apex and Titanfall. That looks fun.
Yeah.
The kind of looks like a hero shooter.
Right.
Couldn't really tell what it was. And that comes out in a month.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I saw from like when they said Titanfall and Apex, my hope and thought was, another like Titanfall style game.
Yeah, but I think it's like a separate studio. Like I don't think it's
yes.
Yeah,
Restream has like
under the
2 or 3 teams
umbrella.
Now.
Yeah, I was hoping
or
for
Respawn,
like a game, not a free to play game when I started seeing stuff. So no, I mean, not that I dislike them by any stretch of the imagination. It's just that Titanfall was so good that I wanted to see what they were cooking next as far as like a story,
It mustn't have been successful for them. And like Apex, they made a ton of money off of Apex. So they're going with a more live service route.
Sure.
Oh, I forgot. The one that I am really excited for is the Star Wars Racers. Yeah, that looks super fun.
Yeah.
And I do think that there weren't a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 logos shown. But I do think a lot of those games will make their way onto the Nintendo Switch 2.
Fairly likely, yeah. Yeah. High Guard was that name of that game. Yeah. Nate said High Guard was the biggest tease ever, and it just went Paladins, and I was out. That's funny. That's funny. Carla, what were you thinking? Did you enjoy the show?
I didn't get to watch as much of it as I was wanting to. I was at work and then driving home and just kind of listening and keeping an eye. I'm kind of scrolling through some of the stuff right now. We're getting a Street Fighter movie, right?
It looks hilarious.
It looks ridiculous.
Yes. It looks the way it should be, honestly. Guile's hair is all I needed, and I was like, okay, this is my movie. I'm in. Jason Momoa as Blanca.
And Capcom is just like all in on Switch 2.
Oh yeah.
You got Pragmata and Pragmata Amiibo.
Yep.
I saw that.
Yeah.
There was another Star Wars. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but there was another Star Wars game,
yeah,
right?
the Old Republic. Or whatever it's called, I forget what
Fate
it's called.
of the Old Republic or something like that.
Fate of the Old Republic. It's from the creator of Knights of the Old Republic, so that should be interesting.
More Control stuff that probably won't come. Well, I guess Control
will.
The Switch.
I think it will.
So, yeah.
Cloud version.
No, they can get away. They can get away from that now.
Wait, is Control's Remedy, right?
Yeah.
Yo, did you? I mean, that when they finally stopped with like the the cutscene stuff, and they went into the gameplay. It looked like gameplay anyway. The way that guy like shoved that spear through whatever that creature was, I was like, "Yo, I am here for it. This
Yeah,
is
the gameplay looked
crazy
really cool
action."
on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, uh, literally this week, I talked about Mega Man and how badly I wanted to see a new Mega Man show up in a cell shaded art style, and they basically did exactly what I was hoping. Like, if you look through all of the, like, the Mega Man collections and you see the way they've been doing the artwork for those games for years, I'm not talking the NES stuff because those things are like Mega Man's holding a gun, like, it's not even, like, close to what the games actually are. But it's current, like cell shaded comic book style artwork. The fact that they're doing it, like, as soon as they showed going down the hallway, the way they teased it, where it was like, you can see all these different years going by, it's like, yo, this is definitely a classic. And yeah, he showed up there, the blue bomber. So that was good stuff. Resident Evil 9 is looking solid too, with uh
Yeah, I like the Leon parts where it's going to be third person, like over the
and
shoulder.
like he's just like a tank. Like he's there for the action, which I think is kind of cool. He's like, I've been there, done that. I'm not putting up with this anymore. So I thought I thought that was I thought it was good. But I mean, that was the fastest 4 hours I've ever spent with the Game Wars. I usually leave my camera off intentionally so I can like walk away. I was dual streaming tonight. I was on the Nintendo topic podcast at the same time, so I was in two places at once trying to like mute and unmute and talk. So uh um oh no, Boo Mini got got her hopes up. Assumed Nintendo Deals post this week was a Zelda remake when they said, "Hey, listen," and it was just for sales. That's the worst. Joey Pitt says, "Wait, a pod racing game?" So it's not pod racing,
It's
but
not
it
pod
kind of
racing.
looks like it.
It's land speeders and then swoop bikes. I'm thinking there's going to be maybe a third. The VO on that, like I want it to go back like before the Empire. Like there's probably pod racers in there somewhere, but what we saw was mainly land speeders and like swoops.
Well, and it looked like uh maybe a relative of Sebulba or something at the like that
That
they
could have
seem
been
to like
Sebulba. I don't
purposely
know how long Doug's
their lifespan.
yeah, what their lifespan is.
Yeah. Yeah, so it looked that looked
But
stellar.
we can't be. We got to go to. It's on Jakku, I think, and it's like, ugh, I don't need to see those hollowed out Star Destroyers more. Like, let's let the sequels go away.
Well, there might be other locations.
I'm sure there is, but I
It'd be
mean,
kind of boring to race on one location the whole time.
If they do it like Pod Racer from the 64, that was a ton of different planets.
yeah, ton of different planets.
And if it's like pod racing, like even the way they mention it in the movies, like it's probably like, like the equivalent of F1. You're just gonna go everywhere and
Yeah,
race
I
on all
want
these
like
planets.
Corellia, like from Solo or whatever, kind of racing through the area there. But
Yeah. I was hoping to see Canto Bite, honestly, because I know we want to see that again too.
that surprisingly has more like cliffs and fields and stuff for a casino planet, so that probably could happen.
And large animals to try to dodge that will just wreck your ship if you hit them, and they'd probably be just fine. Just piles of bone and muscle. So, what about the Mario trailer? Seeing a little bit more, seeing Luigi punch Bowser Jr. and then rub his knee right after was like so just classic Luigi. I loved it. I
I
loved
wish
it.
there
But
was
even the
more.
moves.
I wish they showed more. It was
Yeah.
only like a 10-second clip.
Yep.
Isn't that a lot of work though to make trailers for animated movies?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean, it's always a lot of
Because
work
it's
to
not
do
always
everything.
necessarily like movie footage.
But also, it was already something that we knew about. Like we knew Bowser Jr. was going to be in there. So
Yeah, I was really hoping it would be Yoshi. We'd see Yoshi finally.
Or announce that they're working on a DK movie. Like
Nate said Warhammer Total War was not the Sega I wanted to see there. That was disappointing. It looked super cool, like it looked great, but I'm like, yeah, I'll never touch this mobile
you
game.
play your RTS? Isn't it because aren't they going back RTS on that one?
Yeah, that one's RTS. Yeah,
It seemed like a little bit
because that had a super popular. Was that last year? Like that third person Gears of War style Warhammer.
yeah. I think it was
That like
2 years ago.
yeah, a lot of the masses kind of got into that. Was probably their first introduction into Warhammer.
There's one coming to Switch very soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Switch 2. So, and then the show, of course. So, there was some of the graphics on some of these games just looked crazy, and everything was like there was some very mature themes going on too, which
Yeah, there were for the Divinity trailer.
Yeah,
Like there were some naked people
yeah,
doing some things.
they were spreading their seed, like
It is disappointing that like everybody knew that statue was for Divinity. Like by the end of it, like everybody knew that was getting announced.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it wasn't like a copy, like they did some kind of was it an ESRB rating, or there was some kind
so
of
it was a copyright or something that had that
wow,
symbol.
mid-buys. That's what PS5 PC normally looks like. I play on my Xbox. He told me to touch
Yeah, it
fast.
normally looks like CGI trailers. Dude, like nothing showed gameplay. There was like Control showed a little bit of gameplay, and then that one at the end showed a little bit of gameplay, but a lot of things did not show gameplay.
We did get that Switch 2 sizzle that showed some more Dust Bloods and
Oh, and there was that
Resident
Switch
Evil.
2 exclusive game, that co-op.
Yeah,
game.
that was mainly all in Japanese. I was driving and
Yeah, it
did
was
not
pretty much
understand
in
anything that was
Japanese.
being said because I couldn't read subtitles or do anything.
Those types of games, I'm not a fan of because I don't really have anybody to play with. So like, yeah, it looks cool. Like I like the graphics and the art style, but I'm not gonna play it. Just like Split Fiction, not gonna play it.
Yeah, like is it? I'm not real up on anime, but it looked very Studio Ghibli, I believe, is the style. Like
It
it
does
just
look like that, yeah.
yeah, which I thought was pretty cool. Like even the way the characters moved while they just seemed very alive, and I love that. Silvergun said Divinity was a graphic trailer. Should have warned us it was going to be.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. That was pretty intense. And so was the Diablo trailer was pretty intense for like just like a trailer for a video game. Oh, my Nintendo fan baby eyes cannot handle that stuff.
Johnny, Mr. Family Friendly over here.
What's M-rated? What does that mean? Never heard of it.
Well, you have this this app on your Switch that's called the Nintendo 64 17 Plus. So if you want an introduction into brain matter in video games, go check out Turok 2 and the Cerebral Bore. And
hardcore gamers.
Yeah, that's for us. That's for us hardcore.
Oh, I guess Cyberpunk's on there now, so
yeah, which that starts off pretty. I was like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't streaming this. That would have been awkward. So
why can Kirby be naked all the time? I don't get it. Like, why is that?
Because he's the most powerful being.
Love it. Gotta love it. Have you guys been seeing those viral pictures, like a little off topic, of Kirby taking over Spider-Man and people trying to figure out what it would end up looking like? And it's just absolute nightmare fuel with Kirby's eyes on Spider-Man's face.
I haven't seen this. That's the Spider-Verse we need, though.
Yes. Yeah. The first picture is like it's like on his hand, and he's like, Kirby? And then pretty soon it just engulfs him like Venom, but it's just all pink. So How'd you guys like the singer? All I really wanted that singer to do was DK. Like I really wanted to hear her scream that, but
The
Was
flute
Flute Guy
guy
back?
was
Oh.
going off. He was changing his whatever he was playing.
He looks like he hit up Home Depot on his way to the event and
Yeah,
had
there's like
PVC
PVC pipe in there.
flutes. Like some of them were taller than him. He
And then
was
the one he was playing with during the DK one, it was like so tiny. I don't even know what it was.
basically
The
a
orchestra-
harmonica.
the
You
orchestra
can't,
was
have
great.
a Game Awards without Flute Guy, I guess. Now that's like what 4 years running.
Yeah, the orchestra was great. Always a highlight of the Game Awards, and they ended it with Donkey Kong, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Donkey Kong is Family Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Mario Kart World
Mario
is
Kart's
Racing
better
Game
than
of the Year.
Sonic, so that's all everybody needs to know.
That's
Mario's better than Sonic
That's
once
political
again.
there. It's all politics.
Sonic sucks.
So do you think it's like the Super Bowl? Do you think Sega has to send all of their best sports game of the year cases of Sonic 2 to like Africa now, like all the sports teams do with their hats?
Hades 2 won best action game. I saw Nate put that he was upset that Ninja Gaiden 4 and Shinobi didn't win, even though Hades is clearly the better game.
I was hoping the committee would kind of let Expedition 33 have its flowers everywhere else and let another independent game win that category, but
yeah.
No, I think if they are the best in that category, they should win. Like,
Yeah.
It's weird when a game doesn't win categories like that, but then they win Game of the Year. Like, why are you winning all these other categories, but not Game of the Year? Or why did you win Game of the Year? and not all
yeah,
the other categories?
it just probably would have been nice to if to not be nominated, I guess. If I think everyone knew it was going to be Expedition 33 that won so much.
Right. It's got to be a bit of a kick to the groin for like all the other Game of the Year, and then like there was no mention of them throughout the rest of the show. Like they got Game of the Year, but then you didn't really see or hear much. Like they didn't win any other awards. Like that's got to be a bit of a tough pill to swallow, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, so Hades got something, Silk Song got something. Was Ball Pit nominated in Indie?
I believe I saw it. I think I saw
it was
it.
in something. I don't know if it was indie or debut indie.
It might have been debut indie. I'm not sure.
It was in one of those categories that they didn't have on the main stage.
Well, I mean, they only had like 4 awards on the main stage. Everything else was Keeley or Sidney Goodman just kind of running through them.
I'm surprised that Kojima didn't have any time in the spotlight. He always gets like 20 minutes.
What's the new one for Xbox? What's it called?
OD.
Yeah,
They didn't mention that.
How
at
close?
all.
How close is that?
It's not.
Well,
As soon as I saw like 2027, I was like, oh my god, I don't care about 2027 for any of these games.
So the Tomb Raider stuff was interesting though, because they announced 2 games coming out, one next year, one year after that, and the first one coming out this next year.
Yeah, so
the remake of the original.
Yeah, the remake's in 2026, and then the new one is in 2027.
Was the second game that they showed with the dinosaur the first game? Like
That's the first game.
Yes,
that's the one that's coming sooner.
So the reason they're doing that is because the show is coming out. So they're going to cross promote everything.
Oh, that's right. Because I just saw I can't remember who it was, but I saw the casting
I think it's Sophie Turner.
That's right. Yeah. It is.
This is
like,
for what? Sorry,
for Tomb Raider.
Oh, okay.
Lara Croft.
Yeah.
But I didn't see a Switch 2 symbol or logo on either of those, so that's disappointing.
Do you think that's just they're working on it?
Well, and were those the games?
Because is Square Enix still doing that?
So the remake is Crystal Dynamics,
and I saw Amazon's name on there
but
too.
Crystal Dynamics,
Amazon owns that IP. Yeah.
But Crystal Dynamics is owned by Square, right?
I don't know if they're owned by Square. I think they are.
They collaborate a whole lot.
They're not doing the new one. Like Crystal Dynamics did all of the reboot games, but I'm pretty sure they're not doing the new one.
Parent organization Square Enix. Yeah, so they're a Square Enix studio.
What you guys think of the trailer for Metroid Prime 4 that they showed? It seemed like packed full of all the stuff that we did not see prior, and like
it's been out a week. Let's show everything now.
A bit spoilery, like honestly, like I was like, wow.
I guess I tuned it out because I didn't. I'm like, oh, it's a Metroid trailer. I already have it.
I saw it was a trailer. I didn't pay that much attention, but it did look like it was going harder than the game actually is.
Joey said, did Mario Kart World win game soundtrack? It didn't even get nominated.
It did not. Expedition 33 won.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, Silver Gun's answering about the Metroid didn't get nominated because it released too late. It has to be before.
Yep, it'll, if anything, it'll be not. It'll be forgotten by next year. It won't get nominated for.
Yeah, because Indiana Jones released last December,
and it got a few nods.
I think he got one. It was just Troy Baker, I think.
Just Troy.
Was that it? I thought there was adventure. Was it not nominated for adventure game?
It might have had two. It might have had two.
I know it had actor. I know it had Troy Baker, but I thought it had at least one other thing, but I'm not positive.
Man, they played the one presenter off for Expedition 33, and
she's like, "Wait, I have because there was
another person."
Yeah, she's like, "I have something to say." They're broken English they're from France, so they get a break there. But I mean, it was very long winded because they were not their first language.
They also had like a whole sheet. I'm like, man, that's a lot. That's a lot to thank.
Well, the whole studio is pretty much there. I think it's a small studio. They were all in their berets, and
it looked like PAX West.
Yeah, PAX West. I was like, Josh, what are all these people? Because I had downloaded it and I'd played it a little bit, but I hadn't played enough. I was like, what are all these people walking around with baguettes and berets and stuff? He's like, I think it's Expedition 33.
They were everywhere. I had to ask somebody. I'm like, why? Like, is something going down tonight? Like, is there a rival gang?
Because Saturday,
gang,
when the most people are out at
gang.
When the most people are out there at PAX on Saturday, it was just baguettes and berets
everywhere. Yeah, it was crazy. So, I think that was one of the things that like we were probably looking for the most, is trying to find Switch 2 logos, right? And I really thought if they won, they would announce from the stage that it was coming to Switch 2.
That's what I thought he was saying at the end, but he was announcing some like DLC or like saying there's some DLC coming.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I know Nintendo doesn't usually have a big presence at the Game Awards. I do think it was a little bit more this year than they have previously, but it's a year where they released a brand new console 6 months in. You would think that they would want to get some marketing in there.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. And I imagine who knows, maybe if they're keeping it in-house, maybe it takes a lot longer than what we anticipate. If they're, as far as Expedition 33 goes, and then if not, it could still just be a process, even hiring it out. So I think it'll be there eventually, because it's not like an insanely like graphic intense game, right? Like it's on par, I would assume, with like Cyberpunk.
It's pretty like I don't know what goes into video game design, but it looks pretty graphically intense.
Like it might have. I mean, they couldn't even get Skyrim to run at 60 FPS. Yeah. So
like the battles, like it looks pretty.
I gotcha. Maybe I should just play it on. Is it still on Game Pass? I know it was there for a while, right?
Not sure.
Clair Obscure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still there.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out there. at least to get
I played the
See
first
some- yeah,
act.
Cryptic says they will say something tomorrow morning in their app.
I would say they tweeted out as soon as Donkey Kong won.
They paid to have the Game Awards tweet about Metroid Prime 4. Like
Oh,
I
really?
saw a tweet. Hold on. That's an actual ad.
That makes sense. I mean, you get they got the reach. Why not? Why not
Just
charge?
interesting.
I mean, look at the production value. The like Evanescence, that can't be cheap. You know,
Well,
Like-
that was part of a game, though, wasn't it?
No,
So
it was,
that
an
was
anime.
that was a studio maybe paying a little bit for that then.
but even the overall just production value, like the stage, it looked like they had viola wheels on either side of the stage. Like the
Well, I heard that it's like the first ad in the Game Awards is like $1 million for like a
Right.
3-minute spot or something.
I believe it. Yeah.
Well, and that
it's
was
the Super Bowl of gaming.
that window was when Xbox announced the Series X, right? That opening first window.
Like a few years back.
Yeah, like 6 years ago, whatever that was.
It's just been so long. I don't even.
I remember it
All
was
I remember
early,
about the
it was
Series
early
S
on.
is just the leak, and then the little puppet monkey like looking to the side. Like that's what I
He
remember
also
most
loves
about
his
that.
Muppets, man. He loves the Muppets.
Yeah, is that a Disney? That's a Disney thing, right? Because Disney
Yeah.
owns the Muppets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the Muppets every year.
Yo, they were the highlight of my like if because I didn't have cable, so if they happened to come on, I was all about them Muppets. So it always puts a smile on my face seeing them on
You know,
stage.
they're out of a job at Disney World. They lost their
No,
They're
they're gonna
the
be
Muppet-
on the Rock and Roller Coaster.
That's right. They're rebranding Rock and Roller Coasters. No more Aerosmith, and it's going to be Muppets. But they lost their theater at Disney.
Yeah, that area is gonna be Monsters Inc.
They saying South of Midnight making its way.
It's coming to Switch 2. So that's pretty cool. I'll check it out on there. That one,
I'm kind of surprised that didn't win. Did that win Games for Impact?
yeah, that one Games for Impact.
Literally, if you Google that game, a little like thing pops up that says Game Award for Impact. I was like, what the? I've never seen Google do this before. Like you literally ask the question.
Google AI is just out there spreading the word.
It's disappeared though. It was just a trophy for a second, and then it just disappeared. Like so.
Housemarque knows how to make games though. That new Housemarque game looks good for PlayStation.
Yeah, Saros.
Yep.
Yeah, there was quite a few that I was like, this is an impressive, like, it seemed like there was, it started to feel a bit more like E3, you know?
Yeah, and I missed it a little bit. Are we getting Invincible Fighter game?
Yeah, that was announced like in the summer, maybe.
Okay. But
They revealed a new fighter.
Okay. That'll be good. And more Rivals still isn't coming to Switch. I feel like that could come to Switch too.
It's on PS4, so
How about game, like, what was it, continuing games went to No Man's Sky?
yeah.
No, it went to
Or
Baldur's Gate 3.
Ongoing games?
Well, there was two categories that were kind of similar. It was
One's like community.
One was like continue support, and the other one was like online. I don't know. No Man's Sky won one of them.
Yeah, as I say, and one went to Baldur's Gate 3.
But like, that's some heavy hitters to go up against, and
well, yeah, Fortnite kind of gets just passed over on that.
They should win every year. Fortnite should
yeah,
win
because
every
Fortnite
year.
reinvents their map like every time, but
yeah,
people don't vote for it. But they did Springfield just last little bit.
They got Kim Kardashian. I mean, what else do you need? And her emote is wild.
Her emote is wild.
Like, what is even happening right now?
Well, and the thing, Fortnite isn't like as kid friendly anymore. Like, we have The Bride, and like they're doing Kill Bill stuff. Like my kids don't know what Kill Bill is.
No, they're looking at their demographic and the people that are spending money. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, they're like, hey, if we put this kind of stuff in here,
But
kids
the
aren't
thing is,
stealing their
this
parents' credit
season we're
card.
getting The Bride, and then we're gonna get Harry Potter here in a little bit. Like, how crazy is that?
And Kim Kardashian.
And Kim Kardashian.
And a DeLorean.
I'm waiting for that DeLorean to pop in the shop. That's a day one buy.
Yeah, chat's talking about Rival Silvergun saying Rival seems like a Switch 2 game.
Yeah, I mean it's on PS4, so I think it's just a matter of time. Overwatch is already on Switch.
I know Nate can't wait for.
But was it only Deadpool that they confirmed, or was there more characters coming?
There was another character. I have no idea who it was.
If you get a chance, look at X. I think it was Xbox's tweet about Deadpool, and it's just nothing but his butt cheeks. Like,
I'm surprised it took them that long to add Deadpool. Actually,
right? Yeah, no doubt. So, any other closing thoughts, and then maybe we'll jump into a little bit of Metroid chat before we wrap this up. It's already super late.
I'm ready to bring the heat on Metroid.
Donkey Kong got robbed. Donkey Kong's game of the year.
I thought Hades 2 is your game of the year.
Yeah, I was trying to be a Nintendo shill. All right.
Okay.
Good job.
You can work on that.
All right. Well, let's chat some Metroid. The GameCube logo is going to be very fitting. All right. Well, mostly positive stuff to say, so I'll let you guys go first if you want. But this will be spoiler free, by the way. So you guys don't
Did you know?
Got anything off
in Metroid Prime 4? This character knows.
I know. What did I say in the? I think I said it to Nate. I was like, I can't believe Mother Brain was behind all of this. He was like,
so I am.
Which one are you playing?
I got all 5 keys. I'm in the end game now. I'm doing my green crystal stuff, and I'm just cleaning up some upgrades. But like I really do like this game for the most part. The level design of like the main hubs, like Fury Green, the ice level, lava level. The last one I wasn't a huge fan of. It was just annoying.
Mine is a little difficult.
But those designs, like they felt very Metroid Prime to me, and I know a lot of people are saying that they are linear, like more linear than they usually are. It's not as interconnected as like Metroid Prime 1. But that I believe that I think that was on purpose. They want it to be more accessible. They don't want the people to have to backtrack as much. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize there was fast travel on Fury Green until last night. 90% through the game.
I even said it in our chat.
I know, but I didn't. I guess I didn't clock it. I just like.
So you've been running.
This takes forever.
What do you think the thing was right in front of you, and you walk?
I don't know. I thought that shot me out to Soul Valley or something. I don't know what I thought. But then I was just getting upgrades in Volt Forge, and there's like a boost ball section by one of the generators. And I used it, and it took me to the a completely different tower, and I can't go back. Like I have to go all the way through this tower.
You can go back.
How do you go back?
You turn around and look at it and scan it.
I thought I did that. Maybe I didn't. But
yeah, you can go between tower 1 and 2 that way.
Okay. Well, no, I'll do that after this. But those parts, like they felt really good. The music's good. The combat's good. They felt good. The desert is definitely lacking. I'm not really sure why they even have it in there. There are hints of things that are good. Like I like the shrines. I think the shrines are good. And I'm doing the mech parts.
I don't like that the shrines like completely locked you out for most of the game. Like I get it.
Like, until you get an
big,
upgrade.
Yeah, because half of them you need electricity to get into, and that's like the end game. Like
but they do stay on your map.
They stay on your map, which
it
is
even
nice.
shows you like what element you need to use for that shrine. But
it's also
I feel
very
like
Metroid. It's also very Metroid, showing you something and then saying come back later.
Yeah, but
yes, but this game, I feel like because it's not as interconnected and it's not as it's easy enough to traverse, but it takes almost too long. It doesn't respect your time.
Okay, so I'll push back on that because I immediately went back into Prime Remastered as soon as I rolled credits on 4 and beat the boss that I was on. I would take that Viola getting to areas over having to find the right elevator, move and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
walk. There's no sprint. There's no fast way to do it. You just have to walk.
and the map
everywhere.
sucks, so it's hard to
Yeah,
hard to navigate.
when you said, Johnny, when you did your preview that the map was still the same, the map is a lot better.
Yeah, the
than
map
it
is
was in
better.
Prime 1.
I agree.
So
It rotates it articulates stuff a lot better than because you're not just a orb on the thing, and it actually has an arrow that the direction you're facing, and you can orient yourself a whole lot better and manipulate the map a whole lot easier.
they're identical in remastered anyway. I don't remember for sure how it wasn't, but they move identical. You just have to get like the hang of it. Here's what's annoying. It's the minus button on 4 and it's the plus button on
Yeah.
remaster, so I keep opening the wrong menu as I'm trying to look at stuff.
Oh yeah, I was
I
playing
hate to press
Pokemon
the radio
and
button and it sticks you in this thing for connecting, trying to find a radio signal when it can't, and it's just like stuff
I
takes
never
too long
is.
in this game.
I never used it, so I don't.
I have accidentally pressed X when I didn't mean to, and then you're just sitting waiting. When you're in one of those areas, you don't talk to Mackenzie anyway, so it just goes can't connect to anything, and it just sits there for like 5 seconds trying to do it, and you can't back out of the menu, and it's kind of frustrating.
So where I'm at in Prime Remastered right now, I beat this boss, went all the way back to where your ship is at, went to the artifact shrine thing, scanned something, and it was like, oh, it looks like there's something here. I still had like 3 faces left to show up in this area. Mind you, I don't remember much of this game. I played it on GameCube when it first came out. I left that area to try to was a long ways away, and it said download complete or whatever it does, and then told me to go back there. Went back there, there was nothing there. It was the same as when I left it, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I jumped in the ship and just was like, okay, I'm gonna take a breather on this one. So
yeah, I think Metroid Prime 4, what they were going for is they wanted to make it more accessible because I do think Metroid Prime 1, at least, I don't remember 2 and 3. Metroid Prime 1 is confusing. And having the split biomes makes it easier for you to figure out like where you need to go. I just think the they could have done more with the desert in the middle.
Yeah,
Like, there's just there's not much to do in there.
and I feel like they struggle narrative wise with it. Not that there's a ton of narrative, but like you finish something and it's ambiguous where you're supposed to go, and then you wander around for a little bit, or you're trying to do something else, and then Mackenzie's like, "Hey, you should go look for something here," when your map doesn't tell you. Like your map might have something glowing, but it doesn't. You have to go to Vault Forge for just whatever reason to get a chip that you have to then take back to Mackenzie, and it's just it's a lot of retrieval, time spent driving back, upgrade, and then go back and double it with everything spread. It's nice that it's spread out, that it's easily identified where you're needing to go in that sense compared to Metroid 1, but it just doesn't respect your time very. Like if there was ever an argument for fast travel to be in a Metroid game, which I know it never has been, this is one to kind of just be like, hey, I know how to get back to base camp. Let's go back to base camp. That would be nice.
if they didn't make you collect those green crystals, I would fully agree with it. But as I got to the end and still didn't have enough, I was like, oh, this is so the green crystals do feel like padding in a way.
Yeah.
Like all of
it's
that,
definitely
all of it
padding.
feels a bit like padding. So
And I have the compass now. Do I have to go and activate that, or is it just automatically on?
So when you go out into the desert, it will have like glowing.
I think I've gotten almost all of them out in the open. Then
well,
I have
they
maybe
they all come back and stuff. I'm pretty
No,
sure.
they don't.
No,
they come
don't.
back
No,
as
they don't.
ice.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah, so there is like
I see.
there is a set amount that
Yeah.
like
There's a way to
don't
get
know if that's-
100%, and they're
Yeah,
they're
there's a way
they're
to-
fine. They're what's there is there, and once you've collected it once, it's gone.
Okay.
And you get a couple upgrades by taking them back to the altar.
There's more than 100% on the map. I know that much.
Yeah. I think there's 200%.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure. I started to refill the thing again, but I'm like, I don't know what
So you
what
beat
it
the
did.
game, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to do 200. You don't have to refill it twice. It's just once.
No, but you do need to. So you're going to get to a point, and the game is going to ask you, do you want to go
Yeah,
forward?
I think I know what that point is.
So you get a point of no return.
And you have to go into. So what I did is I went back to the safe. I left the conversation, saved, then moved forward, and then when you roll credits, and there is a post-credit scene, just so you know, so don't walk away from it or anything. It will say, "Do you want to save right now?" And that will erase your last. That you say no, and then when you start your game, there's an auto save and your hard save, like your manual save.
So
then
why wouldn't it give you just a star? Because it probably takes you get off of this planet. Probably, I'm assuming. I don't really know, but it would be nice just to get the star next to your thing and go finish your stuff or whatever, or do like what, instead of having to do it yourself, do with like what Xenoblade does, where it just saves it right before the final boss fight, and then you can go around and do stuff.
Yeah, it's what like Zelda does.
Yeah.
It would matter less if you were already at 100% when you were going into that spot, because you wouldn't be going back in. So in my case, where if I want to go 100%, because I'm at like 80, like
Are
in
there
the
multiple
80s and
save files?
90s.
Can you start a
So
new file on hard, or do you have to erase what you have?
I think you could start a new file on
I think
hard.
there's like three slots. I
Okay,
think
that's good.
so.
Yeah, because hard is locked until you beat the game. I have one more mech piece to find, and that's and then that opens up the final little bit for me.
Yeah, I do like how
I got very excited when I found teleport chip, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna give us fast travel, and then I was very disappointed when I found out what that was.
fast travel 90% into the game. I actually don't. I don't mind driving on the desert with Viola. It's just I just wish there was something else in there. I wish there was other stuff to do.
I don't like that there's a lack of there's a lack of Metroids. They're on the bosses a little bit, but I feel like only because they have to be.
I don't even think they're Metroids.
You don't think they're Metroids?
They're called like monocroids or something. It's a different name. They don't have the three
yeah. And Johnny and I were talking about the fifth boss last night, and I thought
I was just kind of confused.
Horribly designed, and you didn't have problems with it.
No, I loved it. I thought it was one of the best bosses in the game.
I thought it was cool. I thought that the boss design
was a cool boss, but it was not. It didn't. Maybe
I was just doing it wrong.
Well, no, the progression getting to that boss didn't teach you anything about that boss. Like you have some gradual mutations that leads to that kind of alpha boss, and you were able to I was able to freeze that boss for a split second. I was able to do other stuff to it, and it didn't teach you any good mechanics. And then it ends up just covering most of the body that you have to do damage to, then lead to a damage phase in indestructible stuff. You have to, and one of the things I don't like about this game the most is you hard lock onto an enemy, but then you have to free aim off of that hard lock away from whatever's there.
I mean, you don't have to lock on. You could just shoot at it.
You don't have to lock on, but I mean, it helps you. You have to lock on if you want to be able to dodge attacks.
So I can tell you on that boss, I didn't lock on at all.
How'd you avoid the green crap?
So I only lock on when I need to dodge. No. I'd only lock on if I need to dodge.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
When I'm firing, it's all free aiming on that one.
Yeah, you had to because the hard lock was indestructible.
Right.
The thing that I thought was odd with that boss in particular is the other bosses, you used whatever power up you got in that area, but That one I
You
don't
didn't
think.
lose electricity. No.
I
You
don't
had,
think
I
you
used. I used. Well, I guess you get the powerful missile. That's what I used.
Yeah, but I don't know if that even like if you have to use that.
I don't think. I
didn't.
think you did decent amount of damage with it. What I don't like on those power up shots is you fire a missile first before you go into powering up the missile shot.
Well, you only have 200 missiles at the time. Are you worried that
Well,
one
yeah,
missile is going to be the, be the end of it?
that damage phase window was so short on that boss.
Oh, I kind of used the pea shooter a lot.
I used the pea shooter a lot too, but I tried to get a big missile fired in there when it would expose the weak point.
So wait, did you use your morph ball against that boss?
Yeah, you had.
Yeah, you had to. You had to.
All right. I was just making sure because I'm like, if
that
you did it
didn't
all
teach
on the,
you that very well. It took me like 3 times of it laying down like that for me to figure out that that's what I needed to do.
Well, they're like, you idiot. Actually, I saw a video. It was another fight, and the person was doing it, and I'm like, I had no idea you could have done that. They were like, they used the morph ball bomb that you can, you hold the bomb button and it
makes a thing that you can throw.
Thing that you can throw, and you could just throw it at the boss.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you had to like be in morph ball to hit the boss like in the feet. I didn't know that. So it took me a while.
Yeah, but that's also like what's kind of great about these conversations are fun because it's like, wait, how did you? I mean, remember we did this with Metroid Dread? It was like, wait, you broke the sequence? You did what?
So that's another thing I was thinking about today when I was driving into work. It's like this game doesn't really allow for any sequence breaking.
Not really.
I'm sure there like people will find sequence breaks.
I mean,
the game's been out for a week.
Yeah,
well,
but
they did nerf the way you could like use your bombs to try to get higher with the morph ball. Like,
I was frustrated with some of those power ups.
I was doing a puzzle just now before we went live, where you have to do a bomb jump, and it was frustrating. It was on a mag track that I had to bomb jump twice as high.
Oh, the shrine? Is that
no?
Shrine?
It wasn't the shrine. It was in the Ice Forge.
Okay.
In like the science bays or something like that. There's something underneath that.
The other part that they don't explain to you is the wolf part in the ice belt. Like I was so confused. Like, why is this taking so long? Like, what is supposed to happen here?
Because I tried to walk through them. I tried to walk through them, and then it has to. I think you have to get hurt enough to trigger the cutscene.
Yeah. But it doesn't say anything. So I fought there for like 20 minutes.
I fought for a long time.
So did I.
What am I supposed to do?
Like finally they started like rushing me a bit.
If you're too good of a gamer, you're gonna be in that
if you're gonna make a part
while.
like that, you have to make it harder. Like you have to make it so you can't hold off the wolves for that long.
How about that fight to get the 5th mech piece back? That was pretty stupid.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I only got one mech part.
Oh,
there's one in the desert there's one in the sand that I thought was cool.
There's 4.
I haven't done those yet.
You haven't done the mech parts yet? Don't you have to do the mech parts to get into the tower? Aren't you in the tower?
No, I'm at Volt Forge. I'm trying to clear out Volt Forge.
Oh, okay. I thought you were further than I was.
I'm trying to get 100%.
I am too. I'm on the mech parts.
I do like how they have the little helper bot. Sucks that you get it like way late. You don't get to use it until you have electricity.
So it actually messed me up.
The what?
It messed me up, the helper bot.
How did it mess you up?
So
because you have to like scan and point what you're wanting it to go do?
No. It just puts those little crosshairs on your map, right? Where stuff is.
Yeah.
Well, there are certain things that can happen where the thing won't be there, although it will show up on your map until there's multiple interactions that take place, but they're reset every time you go into a different, like, into a shrine or into one of the different biomes, and then they start again. But if you're just running around trying to collect everything, it won't happen. So if you're like me, you're like literally going everywhere around this thing trying to find it. And then I was like, I kind of had a gut feeling I knew what was happening, and then finally it triggered it. So it was
I haven't had that issue yet, but
I,
maybe
I only got I only got stuck twice.
I don't
And
know what. There's a helper bot. What are you not talking about the mech pilot loader dude? No.
no, there's in every area you scanned it, like the
Oh
easiest
yeah.
one.
It's like a sentry bot that like scans something. Okay.
Yeah, he puts on your map everything you've missed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was clearing out the 5th area. I need to go, I guess, find some of the other ones then.
Yeah. So, okay. So I loved the game. I'm very happy with it. There, it felt like a more modern Prime, especially after playing as much of the Prime Remastered as I've done. I've like a ton of it I loved. The psychic abilities, I'm like, they're just the same abilities, but with psychic put in front of the name, you know? So
psychic boots.
Yeah, that's
psychic morph ball.
Yeah.
Psychic
So
jump.
That's a little strange. But I mean, it's fine. At least it
I
works.
think they were handed a steaming pile of dung and told to polish that turd. And they polished a pretty good turd. But I want them to get another crack at it. And maybe we just move away from Metroid being the subtitle. It's just Federation stuff now. That's all it is. There's no Metroid to any of this.
I think well, like I said, if they're actual Metroids, right? Like, because I had somebody in my comments talking about that, but because I did one of those 8-bit beginning videos that I do, and I did the Metroids, and I showed the ones from 4, and they were like, "Those aren't Metroids." I was like,
I also think this alien race committed genocide on themselves, and
well, they did. It was their own downfall.
This green crap that they spread across the planet just corrupted everything, and then
that's spoiler. Hold on, that's spoilers. Let's not talk too much about that.
Okay.
So here's what I would love to see from this game. Doom has glory kills, right? I mentioned this like a while ago that I would love to see something along those lines. The way the Grievers like knock your missiles out of the air, I'm like, that's cool. They look terrifying. They are not terrifying in like there's no sense of dread.
I just freeze everything.
I would have loved if there was.
I freeze it and then I pea shooter it.
Like if there was one that was hunting you, like an Emmy, to where like you had to go and hide from it at times, or it would just end you. Like that would have fit in this game so well. The other thing is, if you're familiar with the glory kills in Doom, when you do enough damage to something, they flash, and then you could do something like really gnarly, pull their head off, or whatever the case. I don't necessarily need that to be in Metroid. But what I would have loved to see, if you've noticed the Grievers, when they jump at you, they almost go into slow motion and then they swipe at you like it's pretty slow. I would have loved a real time, like something real time right there, where if you hit A, you grab their arm, slam them into the ground, do an assassination, if you will.
Take your cannon and just put it in their belly and blow them up.
And if there's like 3 variations of that starts to make things a little bit better. She needs a sprint. Even though she looks super funny running, she still needs a sprint. Okay? Like if you when you go to the cutscenes where they're loading and she's
running in the hallway.
Yeah, it's just her running is a little off.
She just like, pick her arm up and start running. I agree. I honestly playing this, it is slow. Like her moving around is slow.
It's faster than remastered, but it's still like a sprint would have helped a lot. A lot.
Because boost ball, I think, is faster than walking.
Correct. Yeah. If you go into morph ball and then you boost continually, that does help too. but I just would love to see her sprint. She needs to talk. Like this.
So that's what I was going to talk about too.
The cutscenes are so rough with her just.
It's not the writing. The writing is doing the best that it can, but it's one-sided. It's talking to a blank wall,
and just like points
or does a slight nod. There was a big cutscene that like he asks the sergeant dude asks Samus what she needs to do, and she kind of just looks over at the map, and he's like, "I got you." It's like that's right. What are we doing? At least with Link, Link's talking. You get the dots, and like have something where we're talking. Give us the option to have some dialogue like Link does. And they don't have to voice it, but just let it not be a one-sided conversation.
It just doesn't make any sense when there's so much like they're
trying to build story there, but you can't tell a story one-sided. I also don't like that like we have a antagonist that got morphed to this planet the same time you did, but apparently has all this. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away about the boss fights that you do, but they're a little bit of a letdown with that antagonist.
They're just so close on a lot of stuff. They move this. I feel like they move the series forward. Like I said, it's one of those things. It's the internet makes it feel like you can't say you like something if you also critique it. But like, that's where I'm at. Like, I enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. I could not stop playing it. Like, I could play for very long sessions.
I'm like 14 hours in.
You beat it in a week.
You beat it. You beat us. I mean, beating it. So
I don't think you ever beat games.
Yo, this year I've beat a lot of games, which is crazy. Like this is probably the most games I've completed maybe ever. Like it's been a good year for that. I do think 3 of them being Metroids.
I do want Retro to have another shot at it, and like I would love to see what they would do with the feedback that they've gotten from this game, and then also not being hindered by the Switch 1.
And not having 8 hours or 8 years of logo hell to live up to. Yeah, and a failed Bandai Namco crack at it.
I think one of the leaks that, grain of salt, is that they were working on 4 and 5 simultaneously.
I mean,
again, grain of salt. It's something that, I heard months ago. Like,
I think the foundation is there. We have this new alien race and the Lemorans, and there is a mystery there. I think there's a foundation there. I hope. I don't know what Metroid Prime 4 is going to sell. I don't know if it even matters. Like, are we going to get a 5 no matter what, or does Metroid Prime 4 have to like sell decently well? Which I saw I don't know if you guys saw the sales numbers for Japan.
I saw UK.
But Japan was like 21,000 physical Switch 2 sales.
Versions.
Yeah. I don't know. They didn't have Switch 1, but people are assuming it'll probably be like, I don't know, 15 to 20,000. And then that didn't include digital sales. So the assumption is that it is the best launch in Japan that Metroid Prime has ever had.
In the UK, it was 15% under Dread. And I believe, without having the numbers in front of me, so, but it's something along the lines of like 83% Switch 2 and 17% Switch 1.
I never trust UK numbers because 3 people live there.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, Cryptic's talking about the racing. With how much they made you do the racing in Volt Forge at the beginning, like I got did you guys play Extreme G back in the day on
GameCube?
I got some Extreme G vibes. I was like, they could have a cool like Extreme G Metroid kind of crossover, give us ice missiles and regular missiles and electric and just have those be upgrades on the track. Like make some decent track. Like that could be a fun multiplayer racing aspect of this game. But the racing, the test track or whatever down there was kind of just not as needed. Like I don't do any vehicle combat or any of that sideways stuff. I kind of turn sideways into the crystals to break them, but that's kind of it. Everything else, I just do the lock on thing when they attack me out in the desert.
I think if this game had come out on Switch 1 only, there would be the conversation would be a little different because we would be looking at everything going, this fits the hardware. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
supposedly it runs
the hallway loadings and
yeah,
all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
like supposedly it runs pretty smooth even on Switch 1, which is fantastic. Here's the other thing. What I see in this game is retro is one of the best around. And even if this game doesn't sell well, Nintendo needs to take note of what they did with this series and what they did with this game and what they are capable of. And I'm not saying they don't know that, right? But I
they're
mean,
the Rod Howard of Nintendo, taking a turd and turning it into Solo. That was decent.
And I don't think it's bad. Like it's not bad. I see a comment that says, "I'm sure after 6 years after making this game from what it was, and then hearing all the internet hate, I doubt they would want to make another." I don't think that's how it works. And the internet is such a vocal minority that, like, the complaints are so dumb. Like the NPCs, you don't really have to deal with them that much.
Not as much as what it was. Not as much as what it made it seem like in the preview. I was listening to NVC talking about it, and it's literally like a couple minutes after they cut you guys off of playing the preview, where Mackenzie's like, "I'm gonna wait here. You go out there and do your thing." Like he goes away, but it wasn't a known entity going into it. So I think everyone had kind of preconceived notions going into it.
And I don't even think the interactions with the NPCs are bad. Like I honestly like the part with the private and the sergeant because like that scene was going around where the private was acting all excited to see Samus and people were like, "Oh, this is horrible." But then like right after that clip gets cut, the sergeant kind of like
gets her in check.
The ship. He puts her in check and like, you're a soldier, like you shouldn't be. He doesn't say it, but like private. And then
she stands at attention and like is ready to go do her job.
Yeah, and I think I don't know, she has some like one-liners that I thought were kind of fun. Like when that segment, you had to have you and the sergeant open a door, and she says something.
She's like, "Let me do it.
Let me help her with one." And I thought that was, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a millennial, but I like that. I thought it was fun.
I like the sniper guy the best.
I like the mech. I actually kind of
like the mech too. Yeah, but the sniper guy, when you go get the teleportation chip or whatever, he has a really cool like backstory to him, talking about like how he was a hunter
out in the desert.
Yeah, he's hunting food for the base camp out there. That was a really cool little interaction.
Without saying too much, there was one point all I could hear was the dwarf from Lord of the Rings saying, "Don't tell the elf." Like that's all I could hear. I was like, I know this is happening. I knew it was happening before, but I was like, I know this is about to happen. So
yeah, all I was thinking was like, man, I want another Federation Force game. Let's go all in on these characters. Mackenzie gets his own game.
It's about to get real nerdy up in here.
I don't know. I don't think that was as bad as people were making it out to be. And now everybody's freaking out about the amiibo and music stuff.
Yeah,
I have it unlocked, and I don't know if I've actually turned it on or noticed. I don't really care.
No, it hasn't bothered me at all. And
I downloaded the amiibo files, and I have them on my thing to scan them, and I have everything unlocked or whatever. Like the Viola one just gets you does it get you an extra boost thing, or does it just recharge faster? You have to do it once a
recharges your
day.
boost, I think, and it is that the customization one where you get, I think it's
It
different.
unlocks the customization. Yeah, it's by miles driven or whatever miles driven on it. I need to go and see. I haven't like scrolled through it to see what other customizations I've unlocked.
The Silex one, I think, unlocks a cutscene that
cutscene.
you would get anyway. So I don't know. I think everybody's just hating on Nintendo on the internet, at least, and it's just not the same as reality. Like, these Switch 2 is selling well. The games are selling well.
I want to touch just a little bit more on the NPCs. I loved it. I had no. There are the. I wanted to see Metroid get more modern, and it definitely did in certain ways, right?
Millennial
Like,
slop.
I feel like it. Yeah, I don't feel like it was. They were interesting characters, and they were all different, right? Like, and I mean, I don't know. I think we're all kind of at the point that it's like you're never going to please everybody. You're never going to agree with everybody. It's just the way it is. Like, and no one is going to dictate whether or not I enjoy this or not. And uh I have the amiibo to do the radio. I didn't even I liked not having the music. I feel like it was a good choice. Like I've seen people put different songs to it and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool too," and I'll check it out, but like
There's also some things that you could do, like, listen to YouTube.
Or, that's what I do. I just watch YouTube videos while I'm driving around.
Or
yeah,
Nintendo
I've driven
music.
I just scan the amiibo just because it doesn't. You go back to it and you click on it and it doesn't. You have to rescan the amiibo to unlock the skins after you've driven so far. So I just unlocked all the skins, but I've driven 465,637 meters. So
what's that in American?
I have no idea.
Wow.
So I have all the skins. The skins are pretty cool on it.
So here's Joey, who's a new Metroid player. Mackenzie is perfect. I like when I was lost once and it saved me from wandering around for hours. A little nudge in the right direction never hurts sometimes.
Look,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I hit that X button a couple times.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's there. Like, it's.
What am I supposed to be doing right now? Especially like where I'm at now. I must have missed some dialogue or something because I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know. You missing dialogue? You tuned it out. You absolutely missed dialogue because you don't want to listen to it.
Rick is saying, "Wait, y'all want Metroid to be modern, but Pokemon doesn't need to be modern and not have reading text." No, it needs voice acting too. I was playing it today. I played the DLC. Here's the thing.
I don't know.
I did not read where to go to find the DLC. I was like, I was trying to set up my recording, and I just was hitting the button to get into the game, and then saw a box that I started to read that said to start the DLC, and I hit A, and I was like,
I feel like it should have just triggered. Like, I feel like that character should have just been. Like, she should have just showed up.
You have to go to some rooftop or something like that.
Yeah, you have to go to the hotel's rooftop.
I think because William is beating the game. William beat the game, so I can report back to anybody that has multiple accounts or whatever. The DLC is just like a virtual game card, and you can load
sideways card essentially.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought it on my account. He's able to download it on the Switch he's using. And so only one of us can play it at a time. I think I would assume that it would work the same way like game key cards, but it is completely shareable among accounts, so that's good. I didn't have to buy it twice.
Yeah,
and I made him pay for half of it.
I was gonna test it myself here too, just because we're in the same boat. She's like, "Oh, I want to check it out." I'm like, "Well,
yeah, it's shareable.
I think we can share it." So,
yeah, I played it for a couple hours at least, and I enjoyed what I played of it so far. Making donuts. The new Mega Evolutions are cool. I did hear that it's kind of grindy, so
I've heard the same. Yeah,
I'll have to see what that's about. But yeah, I like it. I don't know. This isn't really a spoiler, but Mega Lucario Z. Lucario is like one of my favorite Pokemon, but
Mhm.
you don't get Mega Lucario. Like they tease it with like the other character has it, but you don't get it until like after you beat the DLC
Ah,
story.
I
Kind
see.
of sucks.
So I've been meaning to ask you this for the last couple weeks, and we haven't really talked Pokemon. Do you think the shiny charm in this instance, with permanent shinies persisting on the map, do you think it diminishes shinies a little bit?
Oh well, I mean that's the conversation around shiny hunting. Like I think it's very easy to get shinies in this game. Like you just have to you could do AFK and just reset your game or
Yeah, that's what Josh did at the beginning of
trigger
this
it
game.
day and
He,
night
he had
cycles like all
didn't
the
you do the
time.
rubber band thing going in and out of the temple, like the graveyard or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
I mean
Pokemon pack of cards.
it's just a different there's no benefit to having a shiny. Like it's just gives you a little bit of happy feeling. It's a little bit of dopamine hit. I
Yeah.
have like 50 in there right now.
But does it diminish it, I guess, is my question. Does the
I
dopamine
don't
hit
know.
feel less
No,
strong?
maybe to some people, but not to me because I never reset my game thousands of times to get a shiny before.
Do you think it diminishes it when home comes to this game and people can start moving them?
So right now, as far as I know, you can move things into Pokemon Legends EA from home, but you won't be able to move them out.
You can't take well,
Or you
doesn't
might
that
be able
change
to
over
take them
time?
out. You just can't put them in other older games.
Oh, okay.
Probably be able to put them in champions.
Champions
So you'll be able to go
and can you
forward.
move stuff into Go? I know you can take stuff out of Go.
Don't think so. I think you can only take it out.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
sure how that works.
that's where a lot of people get some of their shinies too, and IV
I actually
stuff.
made some competitive Pokemon in Pokemon Legends EA, so that was kind of cool. I've never done that before.
It's awesome.
Well, that'll probably be the breeding ground for a lot of the champions teams that people want to build, is do it in ZA.
I will say it is easy. Like for this DLC, it's easy to get your Pokemon to level 100. Like if you're trying to you get a ton of candies. That
I
you
have
could
not
just
used a single candy yet in the main game.
well, yeah, I don't think I use it until like post game, but yeah, for the DLC, the areas are like over level 100, so you
Yeah.
kind of need your Pokemon to be level 100. So
That's
when you get the
William was
donut,
telling my daughter that, and he's like, you need to make sure your Pokemon are level 100.
yeah, and it's pretty easy. Like once you go in there, you get a bunch of candies, and it's easy to level them up. I will say about the shiny charm, it's easier to get the shiny charm now because you don't have to do the 1,000 battles because this DLC added new research quest
Without
that
rewards.
without rewards, so you could just get your shiny charm, which good for people that didn't get the shiny charm, but I grinded 1,000 battles. Okay, there should be a
Proud of you.
little like asterisk that says
You
an
be in the
actual,
ambassador program.
true
a true
charm
shiny
hunt.
hunter, a true shiny charm. Yeah.
They should send you Pokemon Red or Blue.
So much for a short show, Josh. Sorry.
I know. Look at us. Look at us. So Cryptic says, is it more story or just Pokemon to collect? It's kind of like
It's like both.
you go in with these donuts and try to like fight and collect and different Pokemon from my understanding, and then you come back out. So there's some story elements to it, but
So there is a story to it. You go into these wormhole. I think they're called like mega dimension holes. I don't know what they're called, but you eat a donut, you get like plus 20 levels on your Pokemon, and then there's research tasks to complete in the hyper. I think it's called the hyper dimension. In the hyper dimension, and then once you get, 7,000 research points, it triggers a story event. Then you do that again, triggers another story event. So I think I've done two, and the story events are mega evolutions. So the
yeah.
new
So
megas are cool. I like them.
there's some story there. So, did anybody play Wario World before we wrap up?
No.
No, I played. I did my Tetris 99 this weekend with Kirby Kirby Air Riders, and then I got my 100 points for playing
Pokemon?
Pokemon and F-Zero 99.
Yeah, if you play Pokemon,
I am a broke bitch when it comes to NSO
and
points or whatever.
There was some cool Metroid stuff that.
Yeah, I got all the
released that I
Metroid stuff, but yeah, I need to go play
No,
some.
like the physical stuff.
I need
Yeah,
to go play.
I got the posters.
Oh, really? I need to go play Fire Emblem, I guess, and get some points.
And it's 1,000 gold point or 1,000.
I should have. I guess I should have done that. Oh, did Johnny and I ordered the Virtual Boy? Did you order Virtual Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all
we are
shills.
the problem. It wasn't letting me check out for a while. I don't know what was happening. I guess a lot of people were buying the Virtual Boy.
Mario Clash, man. We're getting 3D Mario next year, whether we like it or not.
Yes, let's go.
So, all right,
Virtual
guys.
Boy, exclusive to Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
3D Mario.
Yeah, fantastic. The game actually looks really fun. I'm kind of excited to play that one. I don't know about any of the others, but that one looks good. So, appreciate you guys so much hanging out so late with us. And you guys are the best, for real. Thank you for everything. And as always, play it loud.